Ever found yourself reading an ingredient label and wondering what's potassium sorbate? Potassium sorbate is a widely used preservative, celebrated for its ability to inhibit the growth of fungi, yeast, and mold in various products. This colorless salt, derived from sorbic acid, is found in a plethora of items, from food to cosmetics. It is primarily found in the food industry, where it is used to prolong the shelf life of products by preventing spoilage from microorganisms. In the beauty sphere, potassium sorbate is a trusted ally, common in many formulas. It safeguards our beloved beauty products from the invasion of unwanted microorganisms, extending their shelf life. It's commonly found in items like foundations, creams, lotions, and many more. Its role is crucial in maintaining the freshness and effectiveness of these products, ensuring that every application is as good as the first. Potassium sorbate is entrusted as a safer alternative to parabens, often used in products up to a 1% concentration. Now, you might be wondering if this ingredient is as harmless as it seems. Preservatives in general play a critical role in product safety, maintaining ingredient stability and protecting against harmful pathogens, particularly in products that contain water, which is a mainstay in many beauty formulas. They are essential in ensuring that cosmetics and food products remain safe and effective over time, preventing the growth of bacteria, mold, and fungi. But let's spotlight potassium sorbate more. After all, each ingredient has downsides, and preservatives commonly come under scrutiny in the natural living arena. On the surface, potassium sorbate seems harmless, but as with many substances, the devil is in the details. When applied topically, as it often is in cosmetics, it can cause skin irritation for some individuals. This is especially true for those with sensitive skin or existing skin conditions. Itching, burning, or redness are some of the common complaints. In more extreme cases, potassium sorbate can cause allergic reactions. Symptoms of an allergic reaction can include anything from hives and swelling to difficulty breathing. But let's be clear, these severe reactions are quite rare. And to be fair, any and every ingredient can cause sensitivities or true allergenic reactions in people. It's largely a matter of what your body prefers. But the effects of potassium sorbate aren't just skin deep. Some studies suggest that when consumed, potassium sorbate can negatively affect our digestive system. It can potentially cause nausea, diarrhea, nutrient malabsorption, and even damage to our DNA. But again, any and every ingredient can be magnified like this. For instance, if we deep dive into GMOs, which affect most of the average American diet, we're sure to find effects on the digestive system. We want to call attention to potassium sorbate here, but still remind that any and every ingredient and food or beauty component can be a double-edged sword. Also, it's important to note that these studies are still not conclusive and are the subject of ongoing research. There's a lot of debate among scientists about the severity and likelihood of these potential side effects. This ambiguity exists in contrast to other ingredients such as preservatives like parabens, which are a more solid concern when it comes to non-toxic living and product selection. The controversies surrounding potassium sorbate are primarily due to the potential side effects. Some argue that the risks, however small, are not worth taking, especially when there might be safer alternatives available. Others maintain that potassium sorbate is safe for use in the amounts typically found in cosmetics and food. The truth likely lies somewhere between. Potassium sorbate, like many substances, can have different effects on different people. We must acknowledge and understand these potential effects so we can make informed decisions about the products we use. Understanding the effects of potassium sorbate can make us consider if there are any alternatives out there. That's exactly what we'll be exploring in the next scene. Stay tuned. As noted, potassium sorbate isn't without its share of controversies. Some critics argue that it could potentially pose health risks. While the U.S. Food and Drug Administration classifies potassium sorbate as generally recognized as safe, if a user knows they're sensitive or allergic to it, obviously an alternative preservative becomes necessary. Let's talk about regulations real quick, before diving into alternative preservation options. In the United States, the use of potassium sorbate in cosmetics is allowed within certain limits. However, in the European Union, the regulations are stricter. The EU only permits its use in rinse-off products, and even then, the concentration must be lower than in the US. While potassium sorbate seems less concerning than, say, parabens, it's natural to wonder, are there any alternatives? Sometimes it is necessary to avoid potassium sorbate. Maybe you truly react to it, or perhaps more studies on its safety would win your health acumen over. In any case, alternatives do exist. One of the most popular alternatives is grapefruit seed extract, often touted for its antimicrobial properties. This extract, derived from the seeds and pulp of grapefruits, is a potent antioxidant, helping to protect our skin from environmental stressors. However, it's important to note that the effectiveness of grapefruit seed extract as a preservative is a topic of debate among experts too. See, the pros and cons to each ingredient are ubiquitous, always there. Some argue that the commercial versions of grapefruit seed extract may contain synthetic preservatives, which could potentially dilute the naturalness of the product. Another fascinating alternative to potassium sorbate is radish root ferment filtrate. This is derived from radishes fermented with a type of lactic acid bacteria, the same bacteria that's used to make traditional Korean kimchi. The fermentation process enhances the natural antimicrobial properties of the radish, making it an effective natural preservative. However, it's worth noting that radish root ferment filtrate may not be as effective in products with a higher pH, which certainly can be many cosmetic formulations. One more consideration, there's Louis Side Al liquid. This is a natural preservative derived from the fermentation of radish roots using a specific lactic acid bacteria. It can be a wise choice for those aiming for a more eco-friendly beauty routine. But again, and it seems to be a common theme here, its preservation capabilities may be limited, especially in water-based products. Lastly, let's talk about rosemary extract, one of our favorites at Heal Yes. It's not just a kitchen mainstay, it's also a powerful antioxidant and natural preservative. Plus, rosemary can add a refreshing natural aroma to certain products. Talk about win-win-win. However, as always, caveats and pitfalls exist. Rosemary needs to be used in conjunction with other preservatives to achieve a broad spectrum of protection against bacteria and fungi. Alone, it's likely just not packing the preservative punch many natural beauty formulas need to keep your products shelf-stable. One thing you've probably gleaned from this section is that it's clear that while these options offer a range of benefits, they also come with their own set of challenges. Thank you for having journeyed with us at Heal Yes, down the realm of potassium sorbate and its place in the cosmetic industry. We've unpacked its role as a preservative, highlighted its effects, and touched on the controversy and regulations surrounding its use. We've learned that while it's certainly not banned, some countries have stricter restrictions due to potential health concerns. Moreover, we've noted the benefits potassium sorbate bring, and also explored the world of natural alternatives from grapefruit seed extract to radish root ferment. These nature-derived options show promise in providing formulation preservation benefits. One thing is clear, being aware of the ingredients in our cosmetic products is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. We owe it to ourselves to know what we're putting on our skin and into our bodies. Beauty isn't just skin deep, it's about what goes into our products too, since those products permeate the very permeable skin barrier. Join us at Heal Yes for the purest cosmetic and wellness options, where we have formulas with and without potassium sorbate, grapefruit seed extract, rosemary, and more. On HealYes.co, you'll find whole health and beauty solutions that meet your ingredient needs and preferences. Use code YouTube for a discount on HealYes.co. Happy healthy shopping!